Hey guys, so today I'm here with the Rugged Ridge rear neoprene seat covers in black, fitting all 2007 to 2018 two-door JK Wranglers. So keeping your factory seats looking brand new can definitely be a challenge if you have kids or pets in the back seat, or if you're just going off-roading with the top off and mud is flinging inside. So these Rugged Ridge neoprene seat covers are going to be a perfect solution to keeping your factory seats looking brand new, or they are also a perfect solution if you're looking to cover up old, worn out seats for a refreshed look to your interior. So these are going to be a very comfortable material, they're breathable as well as waterproof, and they're going to be a perfect solution if you already have the front seat covers and you're looking to match for a complete look. So at the moment, these are going to be roughly $190 on the page, and for quality seat covers, that is a pretty average price. So like I said, this is a quality material with a form-fit design, and a lot of those lesser expensive options won't have that tight fit, and they'll mainly be for protection rather than for protection and comfortability. In my personal opinion, I definitely think that these are worth the price, and they look very good inside of your Wrangler, so it is a great option. So install is going to be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You're not going to need any tools. It's going to consist of a couple of buckles and straps. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. So to start off this install, I am going to start with the bottom portion of the seat cover. That's going to be the easiest. So you're just going to make sure that it's oriented in the correct way, and then you can lay it over, pull the buckles through, and pull these buckles through. Now, I would recommend to disconnect everything before you actually lay it on the seat, so you don't have to move anything around once you get it positioned where you want it. So we're going to unbuckle those and then lay this over. You may have to get inside the Jeep in order to do this. Then we can hook it around the sides, making sure that our bungee cords here are on the outside. We'll grab those in just a minute. So what I like to do to kind of orient it and keep it in place is stick the buckles through at the beginning. That gives me an idea of where the cover actually has to sit. So this does have to go back a little bit. What we're going to do is fold the seat forward, flip this up so we can grab our buckles. Make sure that you're going over this bar here. Don't want to interfere with the movement of the actual seat. And then what we'll be able to do here is actually pull this farther back to buckle everything in place. So these are going to consist of heavy-duty nylon. These are going to keep everything fitted correctly, so it's going to look more or less like your seats are reupholstered instead of a less expensive option that may not be as form-fit of a design as this. So now we can move on to the side buckle. So that little hook that I pulled through at the beginning, we're going to grab that. So what we're going to do now is take this hook with the bungee and loop it around, making sure that we're not interfering with the latch system. And we can just hook that on our nylon strap here and do the same thing for the other side. So what I'm going to do now is actually flip the seat back down and back up. And now we can go around and make sure that it's sitting correctly on the side. So it looks like it's tucked pretty good over here. And now we're going to do that on the other side because it looks a little bit wrinkled. And then that is it for the bottom portion. So far, I really like how this fits. It looks very clean. It has the stitching in the middle like a factory seat, and it's going to do a great job at protecting your factory seats or covering up any wear and tear. So now we can move up to the upper portion. First, we're going to take these headrests off. So you want to press the little tabs on the inside, and then you can pull up. There will be 2 tabs on either one, so make sure that they're both depressed. So now we're ready for the top portion. First, you can unzipper this and unvelcro it from the bottom. And this bottom flap here is what's gonna go in between our seat. So you can flip that around. And what I'm gonna do first is just tuck over the sides, and then we can tuck that bottom portion through the crease in our seat. We just wanna get it sitting where it's going to sit. Then we can actually fold the seat forward. It's gonna have a little cutout in the back, so you'll still be able to access that latch. So moving this forward, we'll be able to push this fabric through. It'll create a little bit of a gap. So once you have some through, the rest should be a piece of cake. So now we can start to wedge the fabric through. And when that's all the way through, we can fold this up and Velcro it down. Now it doesn't have to be super clean to begin with. We're just getting it in place, and we can adjust it at the end. But it is supposed to have a pretty tight fit. And this is some heavy duty Velcro here, so it's not going to go anywhere. Even though it does look like it's stressing out the fabric, it's made to stay there. And do the same thing, this other corner here. So with most of this other portion attached to the Velcro here, we can start to zipper this down. And this is just going to create a hole for our latch here. We'll adjust it at the end. This seam should be sitting higher up. But this fabric does have a lot of resilience, so it will stretch. So now we can actually flip this up. And what I'm gonna do is use the seat and pull down to get a good fit here at the bottom. Like I said, we just wanna get it attached and in place, and then we can go back and adjust everything. These are made to fit very tight. So as a reference, you do have these two holes here that's going to allow us to put our headrest back on. So we do need to shimmy this a little bit farther down. That's okay, they're generally easy to do. Just gotta grab the fabric. So before we install our headrest, we are almost wrapped up with this install, but I did want to shed a little bit of light on what this material is and what it's going to do for you. So first off, it's a neoprene material, so it's going to be very comfortable, it's going to be very breathable, it's going to be waterproof as well as dirt proof, and they're going to be very easy to put on and take off, so if you want to wash these, you definitely can. So when I say comfortable, it's because of the foam padding inside, so it's gonna be very squishy, and in my opinion, I think they are a little bit more comfortable than the factory seats. So they are gonna have stitches in the sides, which is gonna give it that fitted and upholstered look to it, which I personally really like, and it's going to keep you cooler. So your leather seats or your fabric seats are not going to keep you as cool as a neoprene material, and this is really going to do the job on that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and install our headrest. All you have to do is slide it over, and there will be a little Velcro here. And what I also really do like about these is that the Velcro is very strong. So Velcro can kind of wear out and cannot hold up over time. These are very heavy duty. They're gonna keep everything in place even with the tight fitment. All you have to do is really slide that over. See how I did have to give it a little bit of muscle? That's just because this is tight, and it's gonna give it a really good fitment overall. And that's why I really like these. They look really good. Once you flip that over, you'll have two tabs here. Do the same thing for the other one. All right, so with those on our headrest, we can go ahead and put it back on our seat. You can tuck it into this bottom post here, but it is a thick material, so it will be a little bit challenging. But if you don't mind, you can just put the headrest on and you're all set to go. So that's gonna wrap it up for my quick review and install on the Rugged Ridge rear neoprene seat covers in black, fitting all 2007 to 2018 two-door JK Wranglers. For more videos like this, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.